amigos, welcome back. So good to see you guys. It is a hot, stinky day outside here in South Mississippi, and I'm a little out of breath because I had to fight the wasps for my trailer because they took over my trailer. It was quite a mess, but it wouldn't be South Mississippi without scenarios like that. But I'll tell you why I was getting the trailer ready. Now this is going to be an update on the Ironhead. I thought that I was going to use this oil tank, even though it looks cool, but it's a problem. Not to say that it's impossible to use, but I'm not that talented and I'm not that patient with, well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Check this out. One problem it's going to be with this one is that, well, how to mount it. Like, I got some flat bar that's welded in there and some threaded holes, but the problem with that is from hole to hole, from center to center, is narrower than this tubing right here. That's what I mean, that I'm going to have to get very creative on how to make this happen. But also check this out. Okay, say I do get everything all figured out and how it's going to go. My oil line ports, or whatever you call these things, are on the wrong side. My oil lines come up from the other side. If I try this, I'm going to have some serious bends to have to make on these hoses, and these lines are just not meant. I mean, they'll kink, the oil will not flow. It's not very functional to me. At least I don't feel like going through that challenge. So I'll tell you what I did do though. Check this out. I decided to go the easy route and go with a TC Bros oil tank. And also I got the TC Bros oil tank mounting kit. It is the exact same materials that I used on the Tramp. So what I'm gonna do on this bike today is that, well, I'm not gonna be the only one involved in this project. I'm gonna go down to my buddy Troy's house. He is a full-fledged fabricator. He knows how to manipulate metal. I don't, because I am not a real live welder. I mean, when it comes to important structural things like that, I just don't cut it, okay? You guys will get to meet Troy, and so until we get there, I'll see you guys there. And here we are, just like that, here in Troy's garage. Like I said, he's a fabricator. I am not. This is actually the guy who was instrumental, very much so, in putting the Tramp together. And you guys know the Tramp, man. This is the guy that welded my frame together. So if it weren't for this dude right here, the Tramp would be non-existent. So anyway, Troy, what I want to do is, since you're the man and you know how to manipulate steel, I mean, you know, it's a no-brainer to you. What I got is I got this oil tank that I want to have put on this motorcycle. It's exact same style of oil tank of what went on to the Tramp. It might ring a bell. I know you've done a whole lot more welding since then. You want to see what I got?
Absolutely.
All right, let's check it out. Okay, fast forward a little bit. And the reason I say fast forward, the bike's already on the table. I just want to say this real quick. Troy is so kind to offer his services, and well, he didn't really offer, I asked him to. Anyway, but he said yes. And he's a good buddy, you know. Like I said, he built the Tramp frame for me. And this place here is his shop, and this is where he actually does things for people. He has a little business here. So anyway, what's the name of your business?
SIMBY Fabrication.
What can I leave in the description that people can reach you so if they need some fab work done?
You can hit me up on Facebook under Troy McEwen.
And I'm going to put his Facebook link down in the description below. So if anybody out there who's watching this needs some fab work done, I tell you what, this is the best fabricator I know. I'm not saying that just because he's working on my stuff. I'm saying that because he's the best fabricator I know and that I can think of, he's working on my stuff. So anyway, anybody out there who wants to try and get a hold of him, needs some fab work done, and you're within the general vicinity, you know, the general vicinity of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, whether you live in Alabama, Louisiana, or north of here, whatever, get a hold of this guy right here. You won't find a better fabricator than him. So anyway, on with the general program. All right, what I got here, this is the mounting hardware kit for the oil tank, but this is the style of tank I've got. It's like the pill style of tank.
Oh yeah.
And we'll probably have to play it by ear whenever we get it all together. So what do you suggest we do? Like just go ahead and roll the thing in here, get it on the table, or
Let's roll it in here and work on it off the floor and get an idea exactly where we want to mount the tank at.
Okay.
And then if need be, we'll pick it up and set it up a little bit higher, but I believe we can do it all off the floor.
All right, let's make that happen.
All right, let's do it.
it's just going to mount in this spot right here. Of course, the hardware, it's going to weld to the down post right here. Does this look like a familiar scenario to you?
Yeah, very familiar.
Okay, if I can get a good visual, it looks kind of cool like that, you know?
Yeah, it's very cool.
And it actually, it fits.
It will.
Yeah, so let me show you that mounting hardware.
Okay.
All this stuff here that I don't know what you call it, but I know what they do. This piece right here is going to be on the bottom of the oil tank. It's going to weld either here, 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 or whatever, and it's going to sit on top of that. And there's going to be a little bushing right here, and or a grommet or whatever. And anyway, you guys get the idea. There's these pieces right here, and they're going to go above where that plate is, and they're going to weld in there like that. And of course, you're going to have your grommets and bushings and stuff like that, whatever they're called. I think grommets is the right word, don't you think?
I do think so.
Basically, these are your grommets. You kind of manhandle them in there. These are the bungs, or I don't know if you call them bungs, and they're threaded. These will be welded here. This one will be welded on the bottom. And of course, these will be there. These screws will screw in there through these grommets. And, you know, you guys get the basic idea. Does that make sense to you, Troy?
It makes good sense.
All right, well, cool. Then let's get busy.
Busy.
Some of you guys complain about me having the fan going in my shop, but Troy's got a fan too. It's South Mississippi, it's August. We gotta have it happen. I hope it's not too annoying. But anyway, Troy, what are we going to do? What do we got going on here?
Well, we have it semi mocked up just to know where we can knock off the paint for our weld surface. Then we're gonna put the tank in there, tack a bong on, get it lined up perfectly, and just mock it up, get it square, get it straight, get it the way that you like it.
Okay, so basically, get the paint off of here, get these pieces tacked where they need to be, right?
It's a process.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot from the hip here with this stuff because it has been a little while. So without any further ado, and blah, 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 let's get this.
Let's do it. Need to center this the best we can. Your oil lines will be center of your down tube so you can plumb it. Let's get a layout on that and find our center. And then we'll stick it back up there and find our rotation. And then we'll tack that to the tank and then stick it up there.
You think it's doable? We did it once, we could probably do it again.
I'm freaking out, man. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh.
It's doable.
Okay, fast forward, guys. We ran into a spot where we really had to do some critical thinking. This is the bottom piece that goes on the bottom of the oil tank. The oil tank rests on that. A screw goes through here. And what we almost did wrong, it was really going to look cool if the oil tank sat down kind of low like that. You know, for some reason, it had a really cool looking aesthetic, but we almost messed up. You know why? If this thing sat down too low, there's no clearance for the screw to go in. So make sure that if you do something like this, you leave provisions for fittings, for screws, and whatever else you're going to do. So we almost made a fatal mistake. Actually, it's not fatal. We're in a fab shop.
Nothing's fatal.
Yeah, nothing's fatal. It would just would have been aggravating. So what are we going to do next?
We're going to remove this pipe because that jewel is in our way. Then we're going to spot tack this bracket in place. We have marks on it to where it should be centered. Remount the tank look at it again. Hopefully we like it. And then we're gonna go on with the upper mounts after we get this one mounted.
All right, guys, we got everything tacked in place. As you can see, we got the bungs tacked, we got the tabs tacked, everything's tacked. We got the oil tank positioned where we want it. And so the next order of business, once you get it tacked in place, you get the screws out, pull the oil tank out, and then go ahead and finish off welding it. And hopefully we might get lucky and it will not, as Troy was saying, what does metal do?
It draws, pulls, twists, and everything in between.
Yeah, so if that happens, then we'll just have to take a hammer and make it behave. Anyway.
We have ways of making it talk.
Yeah.
Let it cool, mock it back up. Hopefully everything's good. Clean it up, paint it up, ride this sucker.
How well do you think it's gonna fit after putting all that heat on there?
My prediction is perfect.
Okay, well, we're gonna let it cool and then we're gonna stick it in there again and see what happens. But I'm pretty confident it's gonna be all right. All right, so here's a little intermission. Okay, now we're back. And it looks like these tabs are definitely not nuclear hot anymore. So let's see if the oil tank will, when we put it in, will it be still straight. So let's put that sucker in there real quick and I'll get right back with you. And boom, there it is. I mean, that thing just looks so freaking cool in there, man. We went ahead and put the gas tank back on, put the seat on here just to mock it up, put the exhaust back on here, just so we can get a really cool aesthetic idea of how this thing looks with this oil tank. And just looking at it, it just looks like it just belongs there. I actually like it better than that horseshoe tank, even that goofy OEM tank that you guys hated so much. So it's not cattywampus, it's not crooked, it turned out better than I thought. Man, Troy, thanks so much for helping me out with that. That is so cool.
Not a problem, brother.
And like I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna leave Troy's Facebook link to his Facebook page down in the description below. So you guys who have a Facebook, go ahead and click on it and give him a friend request. And he probably won't accept it because he's a real jerk, but just kidding. Anyway, or you guys can email me and maybe we can figure something out. If you live within like a 500-mile radius or a 1,000-mile radius or a 100-mile radius of this area. So anyway, if you like what you've seen so far, this stuff right here, and I also make other videos. I don't do just Ironhead stuff, but go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for more videos coming up. And don't forget to hit that bell icon for the new videos being uploaded. I have no idea what I'm gonna film next, but I will try to keep it interesting. So you guys keep the rubber side down And you be good to yourselves, and thanks a lot.